Hello everybody, it's me, Big Daddy Brayan, and my best friend to 7th grade Sebastian is not here. My baby mama with all the drama is also not here. It's just me doing this solo dolo. And if you clicked on this video, you know I'm gonna talk about one of the worst arcs that was so disappointing that it made me hate an anime. And the arc I'm gonna talk about is the Chimera Ant arc in HUNTERxHUNTER. And I'm gonna say, guys, hate is a strong word, but I had to get you guys to click on this video. So I had to use that word. It sounds much more better than anything else I would have came up with. What I would say is this arc made me not want to rewatch HUNTER again. But everything I'm gonna tell you guys is the thoughts that came from a 16-year-old me. That was like 6 years ago, 4 years ago. I can't do the math. That was so long ago. And the reason I wanted to make this video is so I could rewatch this arc specifically, because I wanted to compare my thoughts from back then to now. From what I remember, this arc just did not click for me. I remember it was 61 episodes and I was just like, why is this so long compared to every other arc in HUNTER? The other arcs were like 20 episodes. I think the max was like a 30 episode arc and that was pretty much it. So when it came to this arc, I was kind of like, oh, 61 episodes, like maybe it's that good. And before I got into HUNTER, everybody would hype up this arc. People would legit call it one of the best arcs in anime. And I don't think I'd be able to say that even after rewatching it. But I remember like people were hyping it up. And I think maybe that's a reason why this arc didn't click with me. Because I was just expecting it to be great, like from the start. And I think it was one of those things where like it's a slow burner arc where it's like you don't really feel that satisfaction until the end. And there was just like a lot of moments that didn't really click with me, I would say. Like Kite was an important character in this arc and I just did not care about him at all. And maybe my thoughts would be different if I read the manga or watched the original anime. Because for some reason in the 2011 anime, they just did not feature Kite in the first episode like the manga did in chapter 1 or the original anime in episode 1. It just skipped over him. And when Kite was introduced to us, I just did not care about him. It was whatever. And his death was a major plot point in this arc and I just did not care again. I didn't even care when he was reborn. It just did not matter. Yeah, Kai's death didn't really connect with me, but there was other badass moments that did click with me, like Miriam. He was a badass character. A Doggone, Killa was iconic moments. Like there was cool moments in this arc, but it just felt like those badass moments were so far apart and like it was just boring. Like this arc was just boring, guys. I'm sorry. It's just like I'm gonna keep repeating it. I just thought this arc was boring. It felt like I was watching paint dry. It was just that boring. And maybe it was because I just wasn't used to watching an arc with so many episodes. Maybe 16-year-old me just wasn't ready to watch a 61 episode arc. Who knows? It's just funny because I'm a big One Piece fan and I could watch 100+ episodes of an arc, even though it has slow pacing and a lot of reaction shots. But that's why I want to rewatch this arc. I want to see if my thoughts from my 16-year-old self will be the same now. I feel like I need to rewatch the whole series again just because I feel like the Chimera Ant arc won't click as good as it should if I don't rewatch it again. So I will do that. What's funny about the HUNTER anime is that after I finished watching it, I watched Yu Yu Hakusho. And if you don't know, the same author from HUNTER also did that anime. And I remembered I just enjoyed Yu Yu Hakusho more than HUNTER, especially with the Dark Tournament arc. I remember after watching that Dark Tournament arc, guys, I legit was like, this anime is so much better than HUNTER just because of how much I did not like the Chimera Ant arc. I just thought the Dark Tournament arc just had so much action. I mean, it's a tournament, guys. You all know there's always something going on with these anime tournaments and they're always so good. So I think it's hard for me to compare the Dark Tournament arc to the Chimera Ant arc just because they're trying to do different things. Like one's a whole tournament. Of course, there's going to be fights every 2 episodes, 3 episodes. And the Chimera Ant arc was just like, you know, slow burning, like there's little things going on in the background, different characters are doing different things. And with the Dark Tournament arc, it's like you fight him, he fights you, like that's just what's going on. Like again, guys, I'm telling you, I think 16-year-old me just wanted to have action 24/7 and the Chimera arc just did not have that. The narration in the Chimera arc definitely did not help. I don't hate narrators in animes, but in this arc it was just too much. The narrator was used to explain everything that was going on and sometimes it just wasn't necessary. I was watching this anime with subtitles and sometimes it just felt like I was doing homework with all the reading I had to do. One Piece has a narrator, but they aren't used to explain everything that's going on. The narrator in One Piece is usually used to explain something badass going on. So when I hear the narrator or read the narrator in One Piece, I just get excited for it. But with HUNTER it's the complete opposite. For example, in the Dressrosa arc, Luffy forms an alliance with multiple pirate crews, and the narrator at the end of the chapter says that a great incident of historical proportions will be caused by this pirate alliance. And I just remember reading that and getting goosebumps. But in HUNTER, I never had a moment like that with the narrator. Maybe I did want action 24/7, but the emotional scenes in HUNTER just didn't hit as hard as Yu Yu Hakusho. Kite's death is similar to Genkai dying in the Dark Tournament arc. But Genkai's death hit harder for me because we got to see her interact with Yusuke since the beginning of the anime. But in HUNTER 2011, Kite just shows up and he's like, hey yo, I trained with your dad, and now I'm here. Well, in the original anime and manga, we got to see why Kite was so important to Gon, but I didn't get to see that. In 2011, the anime just decided to skip that part. So when I watched the anime and he first showed up, I was like, alright, he's cool. He has cool powers. He has a cool personality. But his death just wasn't impactful for me. I just met the guy and I'm supposed to believe that Gon cared so much for this guy that he would risk it all for him. Like, Gon's transformation was badass, but the emotional weight wasn't there for me. Genkai dying and Kuroboro's fake out death at the end of the Dark Tournament arc was more impactful for me. Because we got to see Genkai training with Yusuke. We knew Kuroboro was his rival. And Kai was just a character that showed up and died in one arc for me. I'm not saying characters have to appear in multiple arcs for their death to be impactful. But what I am saying is that Kite's death didn't hit me as hard as it did for others. And I think it's because I didn't get to see why Kite was so important to Gon in the beginning of the series. It kind of feels like watching One Piece without knowing why Shanks is so important to Luffy. We know Luffy wants to become a pirate and find the One Piece, but Shanks helped him realize that he needs to wait and train before he starts his journey because he wasn't ready. And I wish I got to see how Kite helped Gon want to become a hunter. But don't worry guys, I'm gonna rewatch the anime and I'm gonna come back to you guys and tell you what I really think about the Chimera Ant arc. Let's see if 16-year-old me was right or if I was wrong, who knows. But I'll be coming back to you guys in maybe, I don't know, like 2 months, 1 month. Who knows how long it'll take me to finish this anime. But shout out to you guys for listening. I appreciate you. Bye. Bye. Whoops. I forgot. If you guys want to listen to the audio only, remember guys, I have a podcast where you guys can listen to it on any podcast app that you have. It's called The Dream Ghost, a One Piece lover. I always upload the YouTube videos audio to the podcast apps. So if you want to listen to me through there, you can. Remember, it is Dream Ghost, a One Piece lover. Bye.